Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. I hope I got everything up right nice and got it up nice. I think I got it up nice. Good morning, good morning. Okay, the few things that I want to talk about this morning is about, wow, I tell you, it's a rough day for me. My whole left side don't want to act right for me. Got me down, and I don't want to be on my back. I always been strong and on the move. So that's the way I want to be today. So I ask God to bless this day for me. I ask God to take care of this day for me. I ask God to bless me to do the things that I need to do this day, Father Jesus Christ. And just take a break after that, Father Jesus Christ. And I ask Him, Father Jesus Christ, for this video to be heard by the world. And let the world take it in the way they want to take it in, and accept it the way they want to accept it. I just praise in your name, Father Jesus Christ, for this video. In Jesus' name. I want to talk about this right here. I want to talk about it. And I want to talk about when you're cooking food, you cook the poison off the food. You not overcook it. You cook it just right. You just cook all the poison off. I'm talking about vegetables, rice, oatmeal, grits, whatever you're cooking. You cook all the poison off of it. Because that's what foreparents used to say. That's what my foreparents used to tell me. So when you cooking, you cook all the poison off of your food. And it was right. Because you think about it. They was talking about germs and bacteria. And whatever chemicals that man put out there in the field to kill things, trying to kill that vegetable or kill that fruit or destroy that fruit, destroy that vegetable. So they sprayed that stuff on it to keep their animals and stuff away from it. Flies and mosquitoes and nets and whatever, you know? And when it gets in the house, poison need to be cooked off of it. And it was right. Maybe that's one of the reasons why that we come up with all these health problems. Because we don't cook all the poison off of the vegetables and off of the meat. You know, and you can't cook all the poison off some fruits. But you can blend them now into a Slurpee juice. And you can warm it up and cook all the poison off of it. And then freeze it. And that's what we need to be doing, cooking all the poison off of everything we put in our mouth, because it ain't been doing us no good no more than making us gain weight, making us sick, making us unhealthy by what we put in here. And that's it about that. We know to cook the poison off our food. I ain't talking about the cook shows or nothing like that. God bless them. God bless them. But I never heard now cook show talking about cooking the poison off of whatever they cooking, whatever they appetizing, whatever they trying to get done. I never heard of that. But anyway, that's the end of that message there. The next message I want to talk about the Perdue, the Republican. I want to talk about him. You know, I've been at Purdue for 6 to 8 years. 6 to 8 years. I spent half of them 6 to 8, 30 years in Florida. And I moved to Georgia. And I spent the rest of these years in Georgia. And the only way I go back to Florida is I be done retired forever. And I don't have to worry about nothing in Florida but rest. But anyway, that's my story on that. I got a lot of stories to be told. I got a lot of stories like I say Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, what his name? I'm sorry. I watch his show every day. I try to watch it, but it's another thing about when you don't have an education and when words is put on TV, you don't know what those words say until somebody tell you. Steve Harvey. You got a show that I like to watch, but I get frustrated, get irritated. Family Feud. When I watch it and I listen to it, the people that come up with whatever answer you ask them to give you for that answer. I think that's what I'm saying. But people that don't have an education, when one side lose because the answer wasn't right, and then the other side answered or lose, and then the rest of the answers on the board, they come out, and nobody say those words loud enough for a person that don't have an education to know what those words saying at the end. I'm gonna try to explain it again, Steve. When you don't have an education, whatever words we see on that board, if y'all don't say them out loud, a person with an education won't know what they're saying. They won't know what those words saying. It's just like mute. As long as they telling you the words to keep from getting them X's on them, to move to the next side, you ask them, you give them a question and they try to answer it. Well, the board click the answer out if it's right. And then at the end, when they got 3 scratches on them, you go to the other side. And then if they win, the other side win, saying the right word, they won. But when it's all said and done, you start clicking out the other ones that would be on the board that they didn't say. That gets silent. So a person with education looking at the word, but he don't know what the word's saying and know what it is. So help the uneducated person out with your game that you are managing. And do that for people that can't read and write. You hear some people sometimes that from the 2 groups that you be playing with, sometimes one of them might say the word, then it'll click, and then somebody will probably say the other word, but they don't say it loud enough on TV for people to know what that word said. So help the people that don't have no education, that can look at words and don't know what the words is. I got a 6th grade education, and I like the show. I like you. But uneducated people have been left out a long time. I'm talking about all the way through slavery. They've been left out. You can't fault them. If you fault uneducated people, you fault God. And God is not uneducated. He's educated. If he had sense enough to create you, me, and everybody else, he's very educated. He was very educated. God was. Then he turned around and gives you some help. So all I'm saying is get uneducated people some help on your show, so they'll know what the remaining words was that the peoples on the show didn't answer. Speak them words out. Talk them out so people know what words that the audience see and can read and can say. It might be some uneducated people in the audience, but I'm quite sure if they're close enough to hear somebody that's playing the game with say it out after they don't lost or the other side don't lost. So what I'm getting to, Steve Harvey, is this, man. Is I'm uneducated. And uneducated people have been left out. Not because of their fault. Because of things that are going on right now today, like what I'm telling you about. What I'm telling you about is uneducated people can't look at the TV and look at all the words on the TV and tell you what all them words say. Help them. Tell them what that word is. Tell them what that puzzle is. Tell them what that sentence say. Don't forget about us. Because whatever hands and whatever mind we got, we have help too also in this world. Uneducated people have helped this world be this world. Uneducated people have helped the United States be the United States. I realize it more, what I can say, I have helped more than an education person have helped anybody in this United States of America. I've been played on to help. I've been took advantage of to help. I've been helped by people that need my help, but don't show me back that I need my help. Do I need help? Yeah, I need help. But they so busy playing on you to get help out of you so you can help them do their help. When they'll tell you, man, I sure appreciate that. But they never come out of their mouth saying, would you appreciate if I do something for you back? Only thing they tell you is, I love you. Thank you. I like you for what you do for me. I like you for what you did for me. And you want a little bit of money? Well, you sunk and hooked, because they know they got you. They know all the time they want to use you up and don't care nothing about you. And you find out about that when you get sick. People don't come over and see you. That you done been a great help to. God don't work like that. God don't care who you is. If you help him, you help him. You helping everybody. But that's the end of that story. Now I'm getting do some politicking. You like it or you don't like it. Whatever. Like I said, I've been in Georgia 30-something years, 38 years, going on 39 years. And that Republican, Perdue, I never seen no black peoples around him and trying to help him out. Because I'm a Perdue. I'll be the first one to know if he's a good Perdue or bad Perdue. Everything I heard about him, they talked about him bad. So that's a shame. But I wanted from some kin to him. I wanted from some kin to him. That's what I wanted. Why he ain't reached out to the Perdue, the black Purdues in Georgia, and try to help them in any kind of form, figure, or shape. And then he ride around in that bus all year. I never seen a whole lot of black people around him doing nothing. So I wonder if he running a red light Why I say red light, because if people running a red light, then it's a red light. Don't mean stop doing what you're doing, because the world is getting better doing the green light and being cautious on the yellow light. Anybody flags out a red light, a red flag, ain't trying to help this world be a better place. Ain't trying to help the world be a better thing. I explain that red light thing to you later on in life. You'll hear about it. But anyway, Perdue is Republican, is running for senator. I wish I can get a chance to me and him do a DNA test together. See who right and who wrong. Anyway, I'm through with that. I'm getting to this right here. This is what I want to get to. Now, CBS used to sell this. And I've been talking about this since January. Ever since COVID-19, ever since the virus came through, I've been talking about this. And 2 teaspoons of salt. 2 teaspoons of salt. This right here. See, I got a spoon outside. Now I got a spoon right here. You see this on the inside? I'm going to try to explain this to you. What salt do to a spoon. See how clean that spoon is? Salt ain't did nothing to that. Because there's a difference between that and this right here. See that spoon right there on the front side? See that spoon there on the back side? It came out of this right here. This was outside. That was outside of the house. I brought my stand on inside because it's getting cold. Cold weather changed a lot of things, including you. But anyway, getting back to this video. That salt is something about it. We use it all the time on food, remember? We season everything that need to be seasoned. Well, we a seasoned animal too. But we ain't no animal. We're human. We're human beings. But we don't season ourselves every 2 times a year. Only season that we get is from the meat and the food that we eat. That's the only season that we get. But that's not enough season because you ain't got nothing to work that season out of you when it come times when you run into constipation, a hard stew, a soft stew, a running stew. You know, they always say a best stew is the running stew because you ain't got to scrain with it, you ain't got to push with it. It just run on out. So that's the best stew you can have. And you try to find out what that was that caused that stew to run out. You try to find out what it is because it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. Because it could have been chemicals. It could have been disease. It could have been germs. See, you got those 3 things working against your body. And what you know is a germ. What you know is a bacteria. What you know it is, then don't mess with it. Because you know it's a germ, it's a bacteria, it's a disease. Don't mess with them. Because they ain't strong enough to fight off what God created. But he made sure that he put something on this planet to help our intestines. Matter of fact, I just put it like this: to help everything that's within inside us, help everything that's within on the outside of us. God have put something on this earth to help us fight off what goes in here, what gets in here, what gets in here, what gets in here, what gets down there, what gets back there. All those is open holes for open problems. You know it, I know it, doctors know it. But what I can't understand is scientists didn't tell you that if you take this, it will help you fight off of whatever get in them holes that it gets in on your body. This would help it. And salt will freshen it, fertilize it, freshen it, purify it. You know, that's the same thing you put on dead meat, salt. Right? But you ain't dead. You got a human body. Your body needs salt too. In this. So I'm tired of scientists trying to be scientists. I'm tired of doctors trying to be doctors. Let this be the doctor. Let this be the scientist. Let this be. And 2 teaspoons of salt. Let that be. It ain't gonna hurt you. Only thing it's gonna do is clean you out. And if you need to be cleaned out, those are the best 2 things in the world to be cleaned out with and about. So I'm just bringing this news to y'all and hope that salt get out there again, and hope that castor oil get out there in the world again. Because you got all kind of chemicals out there that will clean the outside of your body. Guess what? Castor oil will clean the outside of your body. Castor oil is grease. It will go in each hairline in your body. Top of your head, in your face, down your neck, your whole body. Castor oil will go in those hairlines and penetrate them. And, oh my, talking about neon sperm ain't got nothing on castor oil. Never did, never will. Because that's a creation from God. Sickness ain't got nothing on castor oil. Because what goes in your body have to come out or make everything else come out. Why you won't take castor oil and 2 teaspoons of salt and make everything come out that don't supposed to be in there? Because doctors trying to play doctors and knowing that castor oil is the doctor. Castor oil and salt is the doctor of all doctors. Castor oil is the salt of all scientists. Guess what castor oil is? How I know all this? Because I was a guinea pig for castor oil when I was 16 years old. I was a guinea pig for heroin when I was 16 years old. I was a guinea pig for cocaine when I was 16 years old. I was a guinea pig. But castor oil proved me different. See, I don't want you to be no guinea pig for this stuff. Take me, and I'll show you why I don't want you to be no guinea pig. So this is what I'm telling the world, that let them doctors be doctors, let them scientists be scientists. But let yourself be on God's side. You know what the scientists working with? The same stuff that God put on this earth for them to work with. Now, who is in charge? Who's the boss? Is God the boss, or the scientists the boss, or the doctors the boss when it comes down to you and your loved ones trying to live on this earth. A doctor is a good thing. A scientist is a good thing. But who do y'all believe in? See, you say you believe in God. You talk about God. You love God. You walk with God. You think with God. And you ask God to please not let you down. So how can you let what he created on this earth and put it to the side? It's because scientists and doctors don't want you to try it, don't want you to do it. But if you want to live like your foreparents did, a long time, they lived a long time. Start going to the right and start doing things right. And start being right. Start thinking right. Start doing right. Don't be like these peoples that don't want this to happen, don't want that to happen. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to read and write, this and that. You know, God made us in all forms, in all different types of ways. And then man messed us up all different type of ways. Yeah. With his experiments. People handicapped. Excuse me, Lord. But you know you made your peoples good and very good. Just like you made this earth good and very good. And everything on it good and very good. When we gonna put in our head that, hey, the man, the scientists, and the doctors, they got all the sense more than y'all do, more than y'all have. It's running this world. And then you got senators and Republicans and Democrats and president and vice president running this world. Running this world for the citizens. We are the citizens. But you know who really running this world? The citizens. Those people that think they're running this world, they ain't got enough help to run this world. They just sitting in a desk behind an office. They don't have it. They don't have the power that the people have. Because you know why? It's been proven. World War I, World War II, World War III. The South and the North. It's been proven. It's the people of the world. Not the senators of the world. Not the Republicans of the world. Not the Democrats of the world. They keep peace. And peace shall set you free. That's what you want. That's why they're there. They ain't there to really help you. They're there to help you live in this world free and in peace. The best way they know how. But we need to tell the past of hate goodbye. And like I said, Joe Biden, Congress Harris, I get your name kind of tied up in my mouth. But I prayed in January and December. I prayed before the virus even came out and asked God to bless that it be a woman, a vice president on this planet, on this earth. And my blessing came true. No matter what somebody think about me, or no matter what somebody think about my education I have God in me. God keeps me away from things that I don't need to be around and with. Especially when it comes down to a word that I don't know and can't say. Don't know nothing about. But I've been knowing about this word here. And that salt. Ever since I was 16 years old. I think it's been 52 years ago when I discovered that. Got this bike brace on and it's sliding down or something, messing with me now. But anyway, that's the stuff that I want to say today. And I hope the world get a chance to realize what I'm talking about. We need to start playing doctor ourselves. Doctoring ourselves mean by what you put in here. What goes in here and go down through is destroying every human body on this earth, on this planet. And if we ain't got sense enough to just think, say, well, okay, I clean my body 3 times a day on the outside. Is my inside getting clean? Well, God created that too, to let you know and to realize that what you put in here and it end up down in there, that's your garbage can. Don't it smell like a garbage can sometime when you go do number 2? Don't it really, truthfully, smell like a garbage can when you go do number 2? I mean, I can't get no plain in the doctors. I can't get no plain in the scientists. Trying to walk y'all through what y'all going through and what y'all don't need to go through, what y'all don't have to accept. Y'all don't have to accept what you put in here to kill you, slowly but surely. Remember I was telling you about cooking the poison off of the vegetables, cooking the poison off the fruit, cooking the poison off the meat. When I was telling y'all that, cooking the poison off the grits, the rice, when I telling y'all that on this video earlier, that's the way it is. You don't need a doctor for everything. Only thing you need a doctor for is this. Because this is what man did to every human on this earth, is give them something and said it was all right. But guess what? Irregular heartbeat ain't all right. Sugar diabetes ain't all right. High blood pressure sure enough ain't all right. Potassium sure enough ain't all right. Cholesterol is sure enough ain't all right. And any other disease that you got out there will take you out. And hard as you trying to make it to your grandmama's age or your granddaddy age or your daddy age or your mama age. I mean, you can say, well, I got older than my mama. I got older than my grandmama. I got older than my granddaddy. I lived on this earth for a long time by staying out of harm's way. And that's all I be trying to do. Stay out of harm's way and pray each and every day that he give me strength to make it through the day. Because if you make it through a day, you made a day come true. That's the day you made it through. If you made it through the day, that's a true day that you made it through. So that's all you want to do. And then children that don't have the mindset and go out there and do something to their mind or do something to their body or do something to their health. You have been taught from a baby what to do and what not to do. Children that running away from parents, you running away from how to learn how to live on this earth for a long time. Children that get on drugs, you destroying your body the way you wish you'd never destroyed it. Children that think they got a weak mind, that play with guns, and no guns will kill you if you make one mistake. People that think about leaving here early just because they feel like their mind ain't making them do what their mind's supposed to do. You make your mind do what it's supposed to do. You tell your mind to do what it's supposed to do. You think about what your mind should be thinking about. And I guarantee you, God don't be thinking about no suicide. I'll tell you that right now. All the preachers in the world, they don't preach on suicide. They don't tell you that God do not think about suicide. God do not worry about suicide. If God ain't worrying about suicide, why are you worrying about suicide? God ain't worrying about killing nobody. What he gonna kill you for? And he bring you in the world to be living and live. What do he want to kill you for? That's the devil want to kill you. That's the devil that hates you. That's the devil that don't want you on this earth. That's the devil that want to let you know that you don't know what you're talking about. That's the devil. That's the devil. The devil will do something to you that you don't want him to do. So what you do is let the devil know that you got a mind of God and a heart of God and breathing of God and thinking of God and talking of God. That's the kind of life that you want to live on this earth. Godly. And then, like I said, about suicide. You don't want to talk to your grandmama and say, Grandmama, I'm thinking about taking my life, but I want to ask you, what made you live so long? She'll tell you. She'll sit down and tell you a story that you never heard before. And you'll start realizing why you shouldn't be thinking about suicide. Or you wouldn't be thinking about getting on drugs. Or you wouldn't be thinking about somebody using your mind to make money from. Or make money off of your mind. You make money off your own mind. You make money off your own health. You make money off your own breathing. You make money off your own talking. You make money off your own thinking. It's so easy. If you think how to make money, you don't think money gonna come to you? That's what the devil put on this earth. He said it's the rule of all evil. Having a rich man showed y'all how money it can be the rule of all evil. It's so evil till it's been added on to a virus called COVID-19. It's been added on to a word they call COVID-19. And then they got another virus coming behind that virus. So I guess they must experiment with the people that died that had COVID-19 in them and experiment with that and see could they eliminate that without it being in their body. Everything that they got that COVID-19 destroyed, they took it out and they experiment with it and see what COVID-19 was in that dead person's body so they can find out how to remove it. And if they can find out how to remove it, they got the job done. But God already did the job. All y'all got to do is just listen to me and listen to that castor and listen to that salt, and you'll be a winner. Because castor is just like washing powder, soap. I don't like to use this word, but this outside stuff in your body. I'm talking about soap, dishwashing detergent, bleach, peroxide, or whatever, Epsom salt. You know, people take Epsom salt and put it in the bathtub with some alcohol just to smell fresh on the outside. Well, your inside going to take you far as you can go. Your outside going to smell like flush, stinking. But if you keep that inside smelling, you can go to the bathroom, don't even smell what you're pushing out. If you keep it clean 2 times a year, with that, what I just showed y'all, 2 times a year. Now, I hope this video, man, I hope it touched people, man, because we need to be touched by the truth. We got to stop thinking the doctor can do everything. We got to stop thinking the scientists can do it all. We got to stop thinking like that. We got to start thinking like, what God put me on the earth. What did he put on the earth to help me not to be sick and so sick? Because I don't put something in here that man don't create it. And it don't make me, man created, look, it make you sick. The very first time you drink it, you're going to get sick, buddy. It's letting you know, hey, this is the devil talking to you right now because you did what I want you to do. And anything else, medicine. You take too much medicine and OD, overdose, telling you, hey, I'm in charge now of your body. You did exactly what I want you to do. That's the devil talking to you. Some people don't make it. Some people be too late. God ain't created no suicide in his mind. He ain't created no suicide in your mind. You put that there. You need to take it away every time you think about it and praise God because you praising him for you to not think like that and be like that, act like that, walk like that. If suicide is in all those things, you need to go and start praying. Everything you see, everything you know about, everything you talk about, every place you've been, and every day you go to sleep, you think about this. Did your grandmama suicide? Or did your great-grandmama suicide? Or did your mama suicide? Or did your daddy suicide? Ain't none of them play with that, and you shouldn't play with it neither. You got a job to do. If you's a boy, you got a job to do. If you's a son, you got a job to do. You got to bear what God created us to bear, children. That's what you got to do. He gives you an earth to play on. He gives you an earth to do this and do that. But we have to start taking care of our bodies now. I showed y'all and told y'all what God put on this earth to help us with our inside and outside. You keep waiting on the doctor, you keep waiting on the scientists. They're going to keep playing their job in life. They don't want to lose their job. But I tell you one thing, I've been getting castor oil off the shelf at CBS ever since CBS been CBS. In all the old stores, been carrying castor oil. I've been getting it. Because it's just like a bar of soap, but you take a bath with it in the bathtub or in the shower. It ain't no different than that. But it's something that God created, not what man created soap. I mean, invented soap, whatever you want, how you want to take it. He did all that. But anyway, I'm through with this video. I hope this video get out to everybody, and because we need something like this. We need to let the doctors know we don't have to wait on them all the time. When we don't have to go to the hospital because we're sick. If you sick, you take that and them 2 things there, the next day you won't be sick. Because you're going to have to stay in the house a whole 24 hours. And then you drink warm water after that stuff start working real good. If you go to the bathroom about 4 or 5 times, you start drinking warm water. And another thing you're going to see at the end. You know how your body be clean on the outside? Don't be no dirt or nothing like that? when you're looking for it with something white, you hit your body, sees you still got dirt on you. Well, that right there, when you drink that warm water after 2 or 3 times going in the bathroom with doing the number 2, you're gonna end up pushing out pure, clean water. Is that the way you want your inside to smell, just like your outside smell?